Hey, Julie Graham here, and I've been promising for a long time that I would do a tutorial on how to apply false lashes. So, first off, I'm going to apologize. I've been trying to figure out for the last 10 minutes the best way to set up my camera to give you the best angle for this. Here's the deal, it's an at-home tutorial. It's not gonna be the best angle. So, you're just gonna have to give me grace on that. So today is Halloween, and that's when I'm actually doing this tutorial. So I'm gonna wear these super fun lashes, but the steps that you would take to apply regular lashes, like these that I would recommend, are gonna be the same. So I figured I would just go ahead. This is what I'm actually applying them for. So instead of wasting one of these pairs, I figured I'd show you how to apply them with my fun Halloween lashes. So first off, a question I get a lot are what kind of lashes do I like? And I like Ardell. You can get them at Target. You can get them anywhere. I generally buy them at Ulta because Ulta almost always has a $3.50 off $10 purchase. So I usually buy a few at a time. This is my first time buying a multi-pack like this. So this is Ardell, if you can see that. I like the fuller ones. You might work your way up to a fuller set. So this is a 105, 110, like that. The item number 110 is a good starter lash. So pretend I'm applying those, but really I'm gonna be wearing these super fun, I don't know what they even are. I don't know, they're just fun for Halloween. Okay, so step one is you want to use lash grip. This is also by Ardell. When you buy these multi-packs, they're not gonna come with the glue. I actually like the larger glue that comes separate. This glue came in a pack with two sets of lashes, and I just like the glue in this applicator better than the little tiny one-time use mount that comes when you buy one pair by itself. So I don't know if that's really a worthwhile tip, but it lasts forever. Like I've had this little bottle for a long time. So I just use this every time I go to apply a pair of lashes. So this is where it gets awkward, trying to figure out the best way to show you this. Sorry. Here's the deal, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not good at this yet. Okay, so first you're gonna take the lash glue, and this is like tip number one. I actually put this on my hand, on the back of my hand, and then apply the lashes from there. Let me open my lashes first because otherwise I might run out of time. All right. So for example, these lashes came with this little tiny bit of glue. I've never seen this glue. I don't like this glue. I'm throwing it literally in the trash. I'm not gonna use what came with it. I'm gonna use the separate, better lash grip eyelash adhesive that you can buy separately. It's the same brand, but I don't know. I just feel like I've tried to use some of those other ones before and I just didn't like them. Okay, all right, although my hair looks amazing, we're gonna have to pin this back so we can see what's happening. Okay, so as you can see, I've got all of my other makeup done. So if you've watched any of my other makeup tutorials, you know that I say you do your eyes before you do the rest of your face. When it comes to applying lashes, it can be your last step. So I don't know, I kind of like to do my lashes absolutely last because I like to see this is what I look like without lashes, and then you'll get to see what I look like with lashes. So this is my regular, this is a smoky eye look. So this has got my eyelid primer, my, what's it called? Eyeshadow, eyeliner, and I have a full coat of mascara on. So I wear mascara in addition to false lashes. So all of this has been on my face for a while. My lashes are dry. You let enough time before you apply the false lashes to your real lashes. Make sure that they're dry. All right, so step one, apply the glue in a little line on your hand. Oh, it's like bubbling. This is, of course, the glue is gonna act funny after I just talked about how great the glue is. All right, so like a little line on my hand. All right, so I'm gonna pull my right lash off. Actually, I don't know. I'm gonna figure out which lash this is gonna be. All right. The wider part, the wider part of the lash is gonna go out. It's gonna be wing out. So this is gonna be my left lash because the wider part needs to face out. Okay, so I had the glue on my hand. You can see I let a little bit of time go by. So now I'm going to, I feel like this isn't attached very well, this little bow. Never bought these before. I hope that bow stays on, it's so cute. Okay, so I'm taking the lash in my hand, in between my fingers, my two fingers here, and I'm going to lightly apply a little bit, hopefully you can see this. I'm basically just running the lash line gently into the glue so there's a little bit getting on it. This, not very much. And you're not letting it get on to the whole wideness of the lash. Keep it like a very thin line there. You also need to have handy a small brush for the back end of the brush. All right, so you saw that I put that glue on there. I'm putting a tiny bit more. And you gotta give it a couple seconds. Patience, my friends. So I'm gonna give it a couple seconds. I don't wanna put it super wet onto my lash. I instead wanna let it get a little bit tacky. And then I'm going to come in, pull my lid out. This is where it's gonna be awkward because this is not how I would normally do it. I would be in on my mirror really close. So I set it right to the bottom lash along my lash, and then I take the brush and I'm kind of dabbing onto my lash line. So I'm taking this little brush and I'm just kind of attaching it onto my lid. Okay, so normally I would, if I was applying these to somebody else, I would encourage them to keep their eyes closed for a little bit. So if I'm applying them on you, I'm gonna tell you, just keep your eyes closed, let it set. But when you're doing it to yourself, it's a little harder to do that. Okay, so don't mind me. Sometimes I'll take some glue from my brush and just make sure if there isn't, and if there's anywhere along there that it looks like maybe it's not really attached well, I'll go in and add some additional glue, and I need to go to my mirror to do this, so hang on. Okay, so these lashes are really different than the regular lashes. They're way more, they give a lot less. But the method is the same. All right, so that's lash number one. If you've never worn lashes before, I don't recommend getting these fun ones because I can feel it. But I love it. Some people don't like lashes because they can feel them and they feel like it's weird. You shouldn't really feel a normal lash when you apply it. Maybe if you've never worn them before, you acknowledge that it's there, but it's not like it's uncomfortable or anything. It's just amazing. All right, so I'm going back in. The glue that's on here now is definitely a little bit tacky, so I don't need to wait as long to apply this side because the glue itself isn't as wet anymore. So I've got lash number 2 lined with glue, and you're just going right to the eye and you're putting it, see how I'm not going all the way in? I want the wing part of my lash to end right where the end of my eye natural lash ends. And then I'm using my brush to dot it on. And we're just gonna give it a couple minutes to dry. Give it a couple minutes to dry. Oh my gosh, these lashes are so fun. All right, so you can see a little bit of the glue line there. You're not gonna see it after it dries. And then I would recommend taking some additional liner and then going back over your lashes after they've been dry 10 minutes or so. So I'd take some additional black gel liner like I use the MAC Dip Down in Black Track with this brush. So I would just come back and apply some fresh liner over the glue line after it's dry to cover any of that. Don't mind me, I'm gonna look in my real mirror real quick. Okay, so with a regular lash, after they dry, you're still gonna come in with any old eyelash curler, and you're gonna, after they're dry, so maybe 5 to 10 minutes, you're still gonna come in. Honestly, these lashes are too big to do it almost. You're gonna come in and curl all of your lashes with the false lash for a few seconds. These are literally too wet to do this, but I'm just giving you the technique. You're still gonna come in with your false and your regular lash, curl them up. And I promise you a regular lash is not gonna be this dramatic. All right, this is applying a false lash tutorial. Hope it's been helpful. I'll still do another one day with a regular lash. All right, happy Halloween.